Have you ever struggled to explain strange or confusing experiences in English? It can be hard to find the right words when something unusual happens and you want to tell someone about it. That's why stories are such a great way to learn English naturally and clearly. If you want to hear more interesting stories that help you learn English, make sure to subscribe to Flu and join our learning community. It was a cool and quiet autumn afternoon, the kind where the sky is soft and gray, and the wind gently moves the colorful leaves. I decided to take a walk through the park near my home to enjoy the peaceful weather and clear my mind. As I walked slowly, enjoying the calm, I suddenly noticed a small boy standing near a wooden bench. He looked lost and scared, his eyes wide as if he was searching for someone or something. The boy was about 6 or 7 years old. He wore a bright blue jacket and a red cap that looked a little too big for his head. His small hands were trembling slightly, and his lips were pressed tightly together. I felt a sudden wave of concern and kindness. I walked toward him and gently asked, "Are you lost?" He nodded slowly but didn't say a word. I looked around carefully to see if there was anyone nearby who might be looking for him. The park was mostly empty. A few joggers passed in the distance, and an old man was feeding birds by the fountain, but no one seemed to notice the boy. Feeling a bit nervous but determined, I asked, "What is your name?" The boy just stared at me with those sad eyes, silent. It was strange. Usually, children respond quickly when asked their names, especially when they are lost. I decided to call out loudly, "Is anyone looking for this boy? He seems lost." But the park stayed quiet. No one answered. It was odd because this was a popular park in the middle of the city, and people usually come here with their families, especially in the afternoon. Then something even stranger happened. A group of 3 teenagers walked right past us, chatting and laughing, but they didn't see the boy at all. It was like he was invisible to them. I blinked, thinking maybe I was imagining things. But the boy stayed still and the teenagers kept walking, completely unaware of him. It felt as if I was the only person in the whole world who could see this little boy. My heart started to beat faster and I felt a chill down my spine. I wasn't sure what to do next. I gently took the boy's hand and said softly, "Let's try to find your family." We started walking together through the park, passing the tall trees and the playground where children usually played. I asked a few people if they had seen a lost child, but they all looked confused. When I pointed toward the boy, they just smiled awkwardly or shook their heads, clearly not seeing him. The boy didn't say anything during our walk. He just held my hand quietly and looked around with those big, hopeful eyes. After walking for some time, we reached a small pond with ducks swimming peacefully. The boy stopped and pointed silently at the water. I looked down and saw a small toy boat floating near the edge. It was old and a little broken, but I remembered seeing it on the ground a few days ago. Suddenly, the boy looked up at me and smiled softly for the first time. He whispered, "Thank you." At that moment, a strange feeling filled the air. The boy's figure began to fade slowly, like mist disappearing in the morning sunlight. Within seconds, he was gone, leaving only the gentle ripples on the pond's surface. I stood there stunned, my hand still empty where his small fingers had been moments before. I didn't know what had just happened. Was it a dream? Was it real? Later, I spoke to a neighbor who had lived near the park for many years. She told me a story about a little boy who had disappeared mysteriously in the park long ago. Despite many searches, no one ever found him. Many people believed his spirit still wandered there, waiting to be found. Since that day, whenever I visit the park, I sometimes feel a small presence nearby. I catch a glimpse of a shadow or hear soft footsteps, but whenever I turn around, no one is there. That strange encounter taught me how important it is to pay attention to the world around us, to listen carefully, and to help when we can, even if others don't see the same things we do. Think about the vocabulary and phrases you heard in this story. Can you try writing 3 sentences about a mysterious or unusual experience you had? Use words like lost, quiet, help, disappear, and thank. Remember, practicing English with real-life stories makes learning fun and natural. It helps you remember new words and phrases better than just studying from a book. If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe to Flu for more amazing English learning stories. And don't forget to share your own stories in the comments below. Telling your experiences is a great way to practice. Every story is a new chance to learn, to grow, and to enjoy English.